Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of the Olympic Ultras podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Michael.
And we are the Olympic Ultras.
We are.
Today in the first half, there is no game to review, so we're going to do a very, very special episode. We're going to review the current season, which will be a lot of fun. We were quite surprised by some of the stats. I'm assuming you will be too.
Yeah.
And then the second half, we're going to be looking at the Eastern Suburbs game, big doubleheader coming up this weekend. We've also got the T-shirt competition. It's NPL round 10.
Yes.
So don't forget to chuck in. So this is for the women's game. Don't forget to chuck in who you think will be the first goal scorer of the women's game against Eastern Suburbs. You could win one of the Olympic Ultra shirts.
So no time, no first half, second half, just first goal scorer.
Just first goal scorer. And if multiple people say the same person, we're going to take the first one posted. So get in quickly. And we've also got a special interview from Issy.
Yes.
Issy Anderson, which is absolutely fantastic.
So looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, me too. Before we get into it, though, don't forget to check out our Instagram, our YouTube, and our Spotify. So it's the Olympic FC_Ultras and the Olympic Ultras podcast. Make sure that you're subscribing, liking, getting involved in the comments, sending us messages, sending us comments,
Giving us crap.
Exactly. Come join the conversation, But yeah, let's get into it, shall we?
Should we? Yep, let's do it.
Back in the NPL, back where we belong.
You bet.
What do you make of the season so far?
I'm very, very impressed with the season so far. Obviously, when we did get promoted, the first thing thought was crap. There's some good sides in this NPL.
Yeah, there is.
And I'll be lying if I said I didn't go in there a little bit scared, a little bit worried, thinking we might be the new whipping boys.
Yeah,
because we dished out a lot of that to the FPL one side last year.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, we're going to cop a hide in every flaming match.
Yeah.
But I tell you what we've done over the last, 9 weeks, 10 weeks?
Yeah, it's been 9 weeks.
It's been nothing short of fantastic.
Yeah.
I've got to say.
Yeah, well, I've got the results in front of me. We can go through all these one by one, might as well.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
So first game, Eastern Suburbs, the 1-0 loss. Pretty lucky goal, from memory. Like it
was a very lucky goal.
It was a very early goal.
And watching the game, I think we hit the post as well.
I think we had our own decent chances.
Good shots at goal. I mean, the keeper for them that night was on par. But, we were unlucky that we come over the point on that one.
Yeah, I believe so too. 1-0 loss against Capalaba. This was our first game at Goodwin Park. That was a dog-eat-dog game, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a bit.
It wasn't a game for the purists. It was really shoddy. It was like, it was not a win at all cost, but it was a really not a polished performance by either side.
It wasn't. And I think it was just, they get away with the fact that they were just a little bit more gelled.
Yeah, they seemed to have clicked. But in saying that too, I don't think they bought too many players.
No, I think they had a lot more of the same. Yeah,
at least half, if not more than half, the squad.
Yeah,
so it makes a massive difference. When you've got one or two players coming in, you've still got that core from last season that's going to play well. So they were pretty switched on.
Yeah, exactly. 0-0 draw with Lions. This is probably the first game where we went, we're starting to gel. We're starting to do things.
Yeah, what a performance, eh?
Really, really well done. That was another dogged performance, but in our own, again, it wasn't one for the purists, but man, what we put on that pitch was fantastic.
I mean, they walked out of there, I reckon, going, we were lucky tonight.
Yeah, exactly right. And to get your first point against Lions of all teams,
of that caliber, and has been of that caliber for many years in the women's NPL.
Yeah, what they've done.
They're one of those teams you look up to.
Yeah, exactly right. First points against Sunshine Coast Wanderers, a 2-0 win, which is absolutely fantastic. To score our first goal.
Yeah, it was great.
It was first goals of the season as well.
It was a really good win too, and the girls played really well that game.
They did, and then continuing on from that, a 3-0 win against Souths United. Same sort of thing. A team that's been there forever, but not as good as they once were. And
they were decimated from player losses as well. Like most teams, they were hit pretty hard. But I think South they're on the comeback.
Yeah,
but we played good football.
We did. 1-0 loss against Gold Coast Knights. Same thing. we tried as hard as we could.
Yeah.
They got away with, I think it was a bit of a lucky break.
Yeah.
From them, and really like one of their best chances that they took. That was
We
bullshit.
didn't like them take it either.
Exactly right.
We made a move for it.
Yeah. 1-1 draw against Brisbane City. It's another one of those top four where we performed so well. Probably could have come away with all 3 points.
That was, I think I mentioned that particular podcast. It was like Steph who.
Yeah. His kept us so
tore her apart.
So well controlled.
You know, his packed the bag after the game and Steph was in there.
Yeah, I mean, Steph was in the pockets.
His just totally dominated that match.
Yeah, and then the Gold Coast United one, same thing, 1-1 draw. Definitely could have, should have been 3 points. Yeah. And then a 2-1 win over QAS, which was also a bit of a dogged, not an advertisement for the game in any sense of the word.
And I think probably the bit that scared me the most against that QAS was probably the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a 20 or 25-minute spell.
Oh, they had just all the control.
We sent invites so we could touch the ball.
Yeah.
Never got any back.
Yeah. It happens. It happens.
And they played some great football, but our back line and our keeper, Georgia, just talk about, steadfast.
Yeah. Well, that was exactly the word I was hearing in my head.
Deserved those 3 points fully.
We did. So that was played everyone once.
Yeah.
We haven't entered any of the cups yet. Queensland Cup's soon to come, I think, at the end of April is that first game. Rules of 3, realistically, we've played 9 games. We've won 3, we've drawn 3, we've lost 3. We've scored 9 goals, and we've conceded 6.
Yeah.
So, look, realistically, our first go around, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that.
Me too.
You know, when you really look at us, that's 12 points, solid mid-table position. I think we're 5th at the moment. So like, I'm really impressed with that. I'm really, really happy with that.
And when you think too, you've got 5 sides below you.
Yeah.
Who are doing this?
Yeah, 100%.
And that means a lot.
Well, considering second last at the moment in the relegation zone is on 6 points.
Yeah.
So we're 6 points already adrift from that relegation zone. So that's something that's absolutely fantastic. In the first 9 games, 1/3 of the season played, plus Queensland Cup, plus final series if you make it, if we can sneak into that. There's a lot of games to still come.
There's a huge amount of football ahead of us. And we've got, players coming back. It's just scary.
Yeah, well, we got a number out. We got Izzy's out.
Yeah.
We've got someone else who's out with also.
Faith's out at the moment.
Faith's
almost due back.
Yep.
I believe Faith is due back in the next week or 2.
Yep.
Issy, I think, is probably a couple of weeks away. But, she's back on the training paddock. So there's some great signs ahead of it.
There is. And I just wanted to take a look back. Obviously, last season, you can't compare our current season to last season. Last season with the FGPL. 2 very, very different leagues, 2 very different teams. How we approached last season, very different how we're approaching this season. But I wanted to look back at the 2 years prior where we were in NPL.
Yeah.
One of those we were very lucky. Well, both of those, I guess. One of them we got relegated, and the other one we were very lucky to stay in. But in 2023, at this point, 6 games played, we had 0 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses, 5 goals for, 20 against.
Yeah.
We had 1 point from that 6. In 2024, we did better. We had 1 win, and same sort of thing. 3 goals for, 14 goals against.
Yeah,
3 points.
So it wasn't easy, was it?
It wasn't. Neither of those were, obviously. Should have got relegated in one. Did get relegated in the other. But to show that 1 point, 3 points, 12 points. After coming back through the FQPL, like that's not luck.
Yeah.
That's not, we had a better run this time round. That is pure graft and energy and tactics on the pitch.
And it's also a different outlook as well. The girls have got back after a year or so away. Yeah. And they're going, this ain't going to slip up this time. We're here, and we're here for the long run.
Yeah.
And it's just a different caliber of mentality, physicality, attitude. It's all changed. I mean, I think it's Cam's second year on board.
Yep.
Prior to that, I can't remember the lady's name. But she done a fantastic job for us. We had a lot of injuries as well.
Yeah, I was going to mention that as well. 2024 had
a lot of injuries.
It was fraught with a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think we went to the 24 end of season dinner.
Yeah.
And saw some of the girls and listened to some of the stories, and they had a tough year.
Yeah, definitely.
Really tough year.
Yeah. And that was before we went fully crazy. And we were watching both teams and doing a podcast and everything like that.
A bit mental.
Back when we had a weekend play. It wasn't Olympic. But yeah, like when you really look at it and consider like the growth of the team, and even considering last year, 9 games into last year, we were probably top. We were winning. We probably won 8 of those.
Yeah.
Looking at it, we always knew NPL was going to be a whole different kettle of fish. We always knew we would have had to have strengthened in a lot of different areas, and then that gelling period and getting everyone together. And we had probably a rough start. This is the way I thought we would, but we talked at the start of the season about where we wanted to see them end up, and it was right here. It's 5th.
Yeah,
that's what we thought the top goal should be,
because we're game 1 we were baby crawling.
Yeah, exactly right.
And now we're in game 9. We're starting to run.
Yeah,
and that's the difference. We're growing every time. Yeah, there's no stagnation here.
Yeah, well,
and that's the big difference.
A question I want to put to you is: now that you've seen them go one full go around, would you revise that? Do you think we could get better?
Oh, most definitely.
Than 5th.
Most definitely.
I have to agree. I think we could sneak that 4th.
And the trouble with football too is there's a lot of luck involved.
Oh, 100%.
A lot of luck.
I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, it's probably 80% luck and 20% dogged determination.
Yeah,
because something, the ball comes across, the opposition defender miskicks it.
Yeah, exactly.
Lands in front of the striker's foot, and you go, oh, tap.
Yeah, so, and a player who's usually 100% reliable misses something or goes right through their foot.
You don't see too many goals which are played out from the back.
Yeah.
Pass, goal.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Or it does exist, but it's rare.
Yes, yeah.
So there's a lot of luck in football.
Yeah.
I mean, let's take the East game, round 1.
Yeah, well, exactly right. Capalbar as well.
A lot of luck.
Yeah. I definitely think we could sneak top 4.
I think we can.
I think it is going to take a little bit of luck. It's going to take a lot of catching up.
Yes.
Because as far as memory concerns me, the top 4 is a little bit. There's a bit of a gap forming. So I think at least for us as fans, 100% we could just sit there and we can watch the hunts down become. But I truly want the players to just not even know how many teams are in the comp. Don't look at the table, just play.
Yeah, because the top 4 has got a bit of pressure on them.
Yeah.
Because they need to maintain that.
Exactly right.
So they're under pressure every week to come out there and win that game and get ahead. It's us, we're going to go, it's like a Telstra, just casually walking up around going, thank you, and point for us, 3 points for us.
Yeah.
And just slowly edging in.
And you look, you got Capalaba, you got Gold Coast United, and you got us.
Yeah.
All 3 of those teams have put a lot of pressure on each other and on the top 4.
Very much so.
And all of them will be looking for that point where suddenly all the results go their way and they can just sneak into the 4.
Exactly right.
We need to be that team.
Yes. And I think we will be a team.
I think we will.
Because, as I said, they've surprised me.
I think so too. I did definitely go into this being like, well, I just want us to stay.
Yeah, just maintain a position where we don't get relegated.
Yeah.
And if this is the benchmark there and the blueprint they're working on, I don't think we have a problem.
Yeah, no, I fully agree.
Seriously, don't have a problem.
So there's a grand total of 26 more games to come. And so that includes 2 more goes around, plus finals, plus the Queensland Cup, which we did make the final last year.
We did, yeah.
And that was with an FGPL1 team.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we could not do that again. Because we didn't exactly have the easiest run last time either.
No, and I think one of the best memories of that particular run was against Eastern.
Was the Eastern Suburbs game at home.
What a night that was.
That was absolutely fantastic. It was high energy, it was high drama. It was just such a charged Goodwin Park
atmosphere. It's such a nice one to revisit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still watch that every now and then.
Yeah, it's a great
If
game.
I've got a little bit of time, I'll watch the whole match. Why not? Twist my arm.
Such a good game.
And with the doubleheader coming up this weekend, we can think of moments like that.
Cool.
Dream, that we could do it.
Yeah.
And I think the best part about the go around again and the two goes around again, I guess, is we know how people play.
Correct.
We can sit there and go, this is what we should have done last time. This is what we should have done that time. The problem with it is we're no longer an enigma.
No.
We are no longer.
No.
We no longer have that moment of like, oh God, they surprised us. Now we shouldn't surprise anyone.
Yeah.
And this is now where the real hard work begins.
Yeah. And I can see with the game against East, I look at the first game. We were in that.
Oh, 100% we were in that.
I have no fear.
100% we're in that.
This round against Eastern Suburbs this weekend.
Yeah.
Because I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think we can too. And, we don't even really have the top 4 teams to be scared of.
No.
We have absolutely 0 teams to be scared of because how we've been performing is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good that we shouldn't be scared of anyone.
I don't believe we should have to be scared of anybody. No. If anything, they're going to be scared of us because they don't know how we're improving. They don't see us train. They don't see the camaraderie. They don't see the girls gelling.
Yeah.
They don't see any of that.
Yeah.
So every game day, they don't know who to expect.
Yeah.
They don't know what to expect.
And we're only getting better. We're only gelling.
Yeah.
We're only increasing. Faith's still got to come back. Izzy's still got to come back. The 2 girls that we were really looking
and
forward.
Rio's back on song after a couple of games.
Yep.
Out.
Yep.
George and Muir's playing some beautiful football.
Yeah,
George and myself playing some beautiful football. Swaney's playing some great football. Yep. The Vecchio girls, Monica.
Yeah. Carly and Eva. And we could go on. We could go on. We do not have all night.
They're all starting to click, and every one of them is just performing so well.
Yeah.
It's hard to point to anyone going, you should play crap.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly right.
Yeah, okay, sure, I'm biased and totally one-eyed.
Yeah.
But you can't.
No. I think that, there are times where you can sit there and look at a player and go, that wasn't your best night. But you still played pretty well. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
That's your worst performance. Wow.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think the next go-around is going to be a bit different. I think we're going to pick up more than 3 wins.
I think we will too.
And I think the top 4
points in the bag.
Yeah, I think the top 4 is going to have to sit there and tighten up their game.
Yeah.
Because some of those, they got really lucky against us,
And we have the players to get around them.
Yeah. We could sit there very easily and go, well, Brisbane City game, we should have won.
Yes.
The Gold Coast Knights, maybe we shouldn't have won that, but we definitely could have gotten a draw out of that. Eastern Suburbs, we could have easily gotten a draw, maybe a win out of. So, we can sit there and go, well, hang on.
Yeah. We were never fully outplayed.
No.
By any of those teams.
No. We were always in every single one.
I can't walk away from any of those games going, well, why did we even turn up?
Yeah, exactly right. No game we were outplayed. No game did we lose.
Outplayed by any of those opposition players.
Our worst game is a 1-0 loss. That happened 3 times. That's our worst game.
If that's our worst run?
We haven't been smacked.
No.
We haven't been tactically outplayed.
No.
We've always been in every single one of those games and either just been unlucky, or we didn't have the energy at the time, we didn't have the players to bring on at the time, whatever. We can make every excuse under the sun.
We're physically stronger.
Yeah.
We don't get bumped off the ball by some of these more experienced players.
Yeah.
And just another player too, Jess Curran's.
Yeah, of course. Jess Curran hasn't even really come back yet.
You've got Lady Sutherland on the bench, brilliant player.
Yeah.
You've got Charlie on the bench.
You can always add a bit of energy.
So you've got quality players.
Yeah.
You've got Lauren on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Quality players still sitting there.
Just sitting there waiting for their chance.
There's some talent in that squad.
Yeah. I didn't ask you about this, so I'm going to jump this on you. And if it doesn't work, we can always cut it.
Thanks.
No worries. What grade would you give the current season out of the usual A to F, plus minus? What grade would you give it?
As far as our performance?
As far as our performance, how well we have performed in those 9 games.
Probably a B+.
Yeah, I was thinking a solid B. definitely room for improvement, but better than I was. Not necessarily better than I was expecting, but still in a really good stead.
Girls know that.
Yeah,
understand this. We spoke to quite a few of them. They all say the same thing. We're getting better.
Getting better.
We're getting better. So they see it.
Yeah.
So I think a good solid B+ for me.
Yeah. No, I'd have to agree because again, definitely better than average.
Yeah,
definitely a better than average performance, but not fantastic, not yet.
No,
but it's coming. It's coming. The potential is there.
Of all the games we've played against, not one of them has been fantastic.
Yeah.
So
exactly right. Every single team we've played against has scrapped it together.
Yeah. Lions haven't impressed me.
Yeah.
Gold Coast Knights played well, didn't really impress me.
Yeah.
They said not one of them. They go, wow, they were amazing.
Yeah. We didn't even have a chance.
They weren't.
Yeah, exactly right.
What does it say about the caliber of the team?
Yeah, and the potential that.
I thought it's scary.
Yeah, it's so close. Yeah. Alrighty. So, let's move into the next half, where we start the go-around again.
Yes.
In the second half, we are talking about the Eastern Suburbs NPL Women's Round 10 game. This is a double header at Goodwin Park. The men are playing at 4:15, the girls are playing at 6:30. So make sure you get down there for both of them. It's going to be absolutely incredible. If you were there for the Lions one, I believe they're thinking about something very, very similar, making it an event.
It was great,
which is fantastic.
It's people involved. It's the buzz going.
Yep.
Get out there and support both squads.
I believe Halo is also involved again.
Yes, they are.
I believe this is what we're going to be doing for all our double headers at Goodwin Park, making it a bit of an atmosphere. And, again, that buzz is coming around and just a bit of a festival almost, And
it's good. It's a good festival.
It is. It is a fantastic festival. So, obviously, Eastern Suburbs are doing very well, being one of the top 4 teams.
Of course they are.
7 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 18 goals for, 9 against. What can you say about them? They are expected to do well and they are performing well.
Of course they are.
That being said, on paper, is very different to on grass.
Once you cross that white line, everything changes.
Yeah. And we have seen that ourselves, with the first game, when we weren't fully gelled, when we didn't have all our players back, we still took it to them.
Yeah.
We were very in that game. On their home turf, we were very, very in that game.
Yeah.
So this is a really good chance to pick up our first 3 points from a top 4 team.
Yeah, totally agree.
And they got some incredible players. They got Tegan Riding, especially, who's been one of the best goal scorers in the NPL
for a long time.
Yeah. I think she tried to have a stint at the A-League Women's at one stage and just didn't quite make it, which is unfortunate. But
just saying, someone like that, given the proper chance, would be.
Yeah, 100%,
I believe so.
100%. But it's going to be hard to predict this one, and it's going to be hard to.
You can't. No, you can't. All I know is we'll go out there, we'll give it our very best, and we'll come away with touch wood, 3 points.
Yeah, hopefully. This isn't wood.
No, it's not wood.
Hopefully. Look, I do believe in the players in regards to same thing. Trying as hard as they possibly can, and wanting to be out there and putting their good name forward and everything like that. And I definitely see it. I definitely see it clicking week in, week out.
Oh, yeah.
The week off Easter probably only helped.
Oh, I'm sure.
Helped them,
I mean, it helped every club. Niggling injuries and, scraps and cuts that you've got to go through.
And just being able to have that chance to review and to sit down and look at it and go, well, what have we done right? What have we done wrong?
It's a good time for reflection.
Yeah.
As a team as well as an individual.
Yeah.
Last game I done this.
I could have been better at that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's what you do as a player.
Yeah. This is also round 10, which gives us a chance to give another giveaway.
It does.
Another shirt giveaway. Yes. So by now, if you've been following along, you know the drill.
Yep.
Comment either on our Instagram, either Spotify or YouTube on this podcast, who you think the first goal scorer is going to be. No time, nothing like that. Just who you think Olympics' first goal scorer is going to be. If there's multiple people saying the same one, we'll take the first one. So get in quickly, and you could win one of these fantastic shirts.
Yeah.
just a nice little fun thing that we decided to do. And, it's good to hear. Like, we do get a number of comments, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
and it's always a little bit of fun because you do actually kind of sit there. I don't know if you found this, but I actually kind of sit there and it's like, oh, they almost had a chance. Oh, I just missed it. You kind of sit there and you kind of want this particular player so that someone can win the shirt.
You really do.
And we've had some current, like, quite funny stories come out of it, especially on the Greenwood side of things as well. Which is very, very funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, look. Well, we'll hear from Issy Anderson in a second. We'll cut to Issy Anderson's interview. But who do you think? Who's your hot tip to be the first goal scorer against Eastern Suburbs?
I think with the pressure we can put on, I reckon Victoria.
Yeah, Vicky. Yeah.
Header from a corner.
Yeah. She's tall,
isn't she? She's tall, she's robust, and she's clever.
Mm-hmm.
Great goal scorer, great header of the ball. I think Vic.
Yeah, fair. I've got to give it to, I reckon Tia for her. I think she's starting to find her shooting boots.
She is.
And I think we can use that pace down the wing and just nice little cut in.
Yeah.
Cut in on a right and shoot. That's probably my hot tip.
Give her a square meter.
Yeah. Oh, exactly right. Yeah. But we'll hear from Issy, where we also ask her. So Issy will give you her hot tip as well.
Yeah. Thank you for taking your time out this afternoon to do this for us.
Thanks
really appreciate
it.
So the first question is, how did you get into football, and what's your favourite memory about football so far?
So I got into football, my next door neighbours played when I was about 7 or 8, and from then I guess my sister also played, so I kind of just followed along. And my best footballing memory, I don't think I specifically have one, but probably just playing with my friends in general. I think the people I've met through football have been incredible and definitely my lifelong friends.
Yeah, it's certainly one of those things that you do get lifelong friends with football.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I played years ago and I'm still in touch with people I used to play with, so it's quite incredible.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, how do you stay, because I know you've been injured recently, so how do you stay positive and mentally with an injury?
I think for me the biggest thing has probably been trying to stay involved in a sense, like coming to training and things like that. I think it's quite easy to probably feel quite out of it when you do get injured, and especially when it's something that you can't run with or can't even kick a ball with. So for me, I think it's just been trying to stay involved and probably just try to be a leader off the pitch as well, and try to stay in the stands, be loud, and also I've had a good group beside me. Jess and Faith as well, so they've definitely helped me a lot.
Yeah, you hear some players who go through a stage of loneliness.
Yeah.
We're in the gym trying to recuperate or going through that process of getting back, that rehabilitation. So it can be hard.
Definitely.
Yeah. You play in midfield? Favourite position or prefer somewhere else?
Definitely 6 is my favourite. Anywhere in the midfield. I played centre back for a while, but it wasn't very fun.
No, I'm not a centre-back person either.
Yeah, no, not good.
Despite my height. So, it's one of those special positions, aren't they?
Yeah,
Centre-backs,
for sure.
Right. East this weekend, big game.
Yeah.
How has the team that you see from Inner Circle changed since our first game at East, where we went down 1-0 with that really
I think
goal?
We've definitely clicked a lot more. I think every week we're definitely growing and building off our past performances. And I think for us, it's just about trying to stay connected as a group. We've probably had some results in the first round versus everyone that we definitely feel like we could have got more out of. So I think for us, we're just going to look forward to versing East again, hopefully trying to grab some points out of it.
Yeah. I think it'll be a good game.
Definitely, it'll be very entertaining.
We saw the game, we thought, well, the team was fairly evenly matched. It was just that one goal that put us aside. So every 5th round of the women's game, we have a fans competition where is a t-shirt is the winning prize, and you have to guess the goal scorer, the first goal scorer.
Yeah.
So who's your tip for the first goal scorer against East this weekend?
This weekend, probably Swaney.
Yeah?
I think she's been super well attacking, and so I feel like it'd be great for her to get a goal, and I feel like she's been showing it in training as well. So hopefully she can grab one.
Yeah, she's due.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. All right, that's it for me. Thank you. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Lovely to hear from Issy. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate your time, Issy. Thank you
for your time. And she was She jumped at the chance when we asked her, didn't
Yeah,
she?
it was great. It's really nice because you're always in two minds when you ask players.
Yeah.
Oh, right, or they, they bugger off and busy.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's fair. If we do ever ask, if any of
the freaks, go
if
away.
any of you players are watching and we do ask you, 100%, you can tell us to bugger off, and that is absolutely fine. One day.
Yeah.
But no, it was really lovely of Izzy to make some time out, because especially considering they weren't training at Goodwin tonight.
No, they're training at
they're training at O'Grady Memorial.
Yep.
So she came all the way out to Goodwin Park just to have our interview before she ran off. So thank you very much.
But we're very, very lucky in the fact that we ask players, they say yes.
Yeah.
I understand players who don't want to say yes, and I respect that totally. I mean, they've got their own personal reasons, whether they don't like cameras or microphones. That's fine.
100%.
No problem with that.
100%.
I totally respect that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, our whole player base and even our coaching base is absolutely fantastic. Whenever we've asked anything of anyone to do with the Olympics, they've said yes, or they've said, well, no, but how can we get this done? It's never been an issue to the point where it's been a no.
No.
And
I'm very grateful for
we're
that.
quite lucky to be in that position.
Yeah.
So, thank you. If any of you are watching, thank you very much.
No, it's been a real joy.
Yeah, it has.
And we hope to interview many more players throughout the season.
Yep. So if you're keen, let us know. If you're not, we're coming for you anyway.
Yeah. We're going.
But no, it was good to hear. It was good to hear from Izzy. Again, she's been out for a little bit.
Yeah.
So she's trying to get back to fitness and get back to it. And we have missed her, to be fair, in that midfield role.
Physically, she's coming back. Mentally, she's playing every game.
Yeah, exactly right.
Fantastic insights.
But yeah, exactly. So back to the Eastern Suburbs game again. What can you say? The record speaks for themselves, but they've been playing teams and they've been winning against teams that are very, very similar to how we either should have performed or did perform.
Yep.
So a 2-0 win over Sunny Coast, a 1-0 win over Calabar, a 2-1 win over QAS, a 1-0 win over Lions, and a 3-2 loss to Gold Coast Knights. So realistically, we won 2-0 over Sunny Coast. We lost 1-0 to Calabar, but that was another one of the... We beat QAS 2-1. We had a 0-0 draw with Lions. We lost to Gold Coast Knights. So realistically, our performances, is not that far away from East. Maybe they're just taking their chances and we didn't get them.
Yeah, possibly.
So again, on paper, it looks pretty good for East. But at the same time, the game's not played on paper.
That's right. We played on a big rectangular grass field, so anything can happen.
Yeah, on the hallowed fields of Goodwin Park.
That's right.
So I think anything can happen. Yeah. Tensions and emotions will be running high, especially with the doubleheader. The men play first, the girls play afterwards. So the men will set them up, the girls can knock them down.
That's it.
I think we're looking for our first 3 points against a Big 14. So yeah. I fully believe in our team, and this isn't necessarily just me wanting football to be back again.
I think it is,
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. Look at this. This is the weekend off.
Look, the Easter break, I'm sure, was fantastic for them. It was horrid for us because it was 0 Olympic. I did find myself watching highlights again.
Yes, it was. Things you do.
Anyway. But yeah, so just to recap on that is NPL round 10 against Eastern Suburbs at Goodwin Park at 6:30 on Saturday, the 11th of April. Make sure you get down there. Make sure you get down there early because the men are playing beforehand, plus all the other things that will be going on around the ground.
Good atmosphere.
Fantastic atmosphere. Make sure you get some food. The food's gorgeous.
Delightful.
If you don't want to afford petrol, go buy some food at least.
Yeah.
That's money better spent, to be honest.
You're not wrong.
And don't forget to comment who you think the first goal scorer is going to be. Again, no time, nothing like that. Just who you think is going to do it. You've heard expert opinions from Izzy and ourselves now, so
Izzy at least.
Expert opinions from Izzy and who we think will get there.
From the riffraff.
But yeah, if you see us, come say hi. But until then, thank you very much for watching / listening.
Thank you.
And go Olympic.
Go Olympic.